Hello everyone, my name is Esther Mwende, and I'll be taking you through sales and marketing starting today. And we are hoping within 4 days we have covered the curriculum. It's not so big, but we've covered everything that's needed to be covered. Yes, so let's start with the ground rules. You mute your mic when you're not speaking. If you want to speak, you lift up your hand. And there are icons over here. Hapa hivi chini kuna icon. Either you're lifting up your hand, then there's somewhere you can chat. There's somewhere you can chat. If you press the three dots up kwa more, there's a chat box. If you don't feel like speaking, you can just chat over there. If you're traveling, if you're in a noisy place that you feel like you're not comfortable talking, you can just chat us over there. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. Make sure that you make the most of this opportunity. And yeah, like, yes, let's learn. And yeah, if you have any questions before we start, if you have any concerns, you're free to raise them. We start. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. There haven't been any questions or any concerns, so we can just start. Of course, sisi wote ni wa Kenya, and if you're not Kenyan, sales and marketing, I think every one of us have experienced this in one way or another, especially if umekuwa campus and if you've tried getting these odd jobs because you're not yet qualified to get good jobs huko nje. Tumeona vitu kama activations, to be a brand ambassador. We've seen those advertisements. We've also seen sales and marketing advertisements. All these do the same thing. They just different brandings. Okay. So that's one way you to experience sales and marketing. And if you're in college or out of college, most probably you've done this, and you've actually, they've trained, most of them, they recruit you, they train you, then they give you their products to either sell or just give them publicity for their products. You can do this in a supermarket, in stores, in the streets. You've seen these show lorries, show cars moving around, the blue band, the Safaricom, all that. So those are the few examples. So what is sales and marketing? First of all, hakuna biashara inaweza exist bila sales and marketing. There is no business that can exist. It's the most essential part of any business. It helps the employees understand the strategies and techniques there's like to increase the sales, build customer relations, create effective marketing campaigns, and with the right training, actually, most of these organizations or companies, they make a good profit. And in this training, we shall cover goal setting, customer segregation, and marketing strategies. And after this, I hope that every one of us will be able to sell something or to campaign for a product and be able to sell it. And that is apart from getting the certification, because sometimes you see people who have the papers, but they can't verbally do it, or they can't even form a strategy. It's not so important for you to just know this. It is important for you to also know that you can teach another person how to do this, like you acquire these skills to enable you to enable other people. Okay, welcome for those who are joining. Okay. That is the introduction to sales and marketing. So by the end of this training, you should know the differences between sales and marketing, how to attract customers and retain them, how to generate revenue, and also to grow the venues that avenues nimepata za kusell and to market products. And okay, I don't know, that didn't is inanisumbua kichwa, but either it's okay, let's just continue. So the first part of any sales and marketing, it's the research part, market research. This is the most important part because here's when you get to know everything. And companies actually invest in this so much because it's everything to them, and without market research, actually most of them will as well close because they'll be going into losses. So market research, it's very important. Actually, it involves just gathering information about the market, customer needs and their preferences, competition offerings, and the industry trends. We've seen this in the TVs actually. Tumeona these advertisements about always, you've seen them about Sunny Girl, tumeona kuhusu unga, tumeona kuhusu omo. And what this does is just give you an advantage to get a bigger crowd, you know? Okay, welcome. To get a bigger crowd, because that is what you're aiming for, like for your product to be seen, for people to know that this product exists at the end of the day. And sometimes you've seen people come to your area and try to market something, like let's say tissue. These guys will sit down in the offices and say, hii tissue yetu ita cost 50 bob. And according to the Kenyan economy right now, most people actually wanalia that tissue imefika. So what do they do if they create a tissue that is like Hanan, the 60 bob? If you haven't muted your mic, please do that. Let's say Hanan imefika 60 bob. Wataenda kufanya activations za Hanan said gani specifically? Utawapata the upper side of Nairobi. Hautawapata this is Eastlands. Eastlands most probably tutaletwa ile tissue yenye Neptune, you know? Neptune is as good as it's good, but it's not as good as Hanan. These guys are considering, first of all, they want to consider in that mtumia anaishi side za Eastlands, pesa yake ni kidogo. You know, pesa yake ni kidogo. Budget yake pia haimwalao kununua tissue ya pesa mingi hivyo, you know? Let's go to unga. Kuna watu wanabaingi unga Hostess, then kuna yananunua pembe. And these ones will find that supermarket zenye ziko side ya the upper side of Nairobi, au ndio wamekewa Hostess mingi. Then air Hostess mingi na pembe kidogo. Then ukikuja side ya Eastlands utapata huku hivi saa pembe ndio mingi, like pembe imekuwa it's everywhere na ndovu iko kila mahali. And Hostess ni moja mbili. That is customer preference and also their earnings. And then pia wanaangalianga like what the competition has to offer. Like you will get a company, Onesmus, please mute your mic. They're offering almost the same product. Actually, they have the same product, but they'll create two products for the same thing. This example nipeane gani, but utapata like on we create two things in the same company. One ni a lower class and the other one is for upper class people. And that is what they anaangalia what the competition is offering and how they can counteract that. And also industry trends, like what is booming right now. What is booming right now? Like you'll see, like for girls, utapata like people want these cotton pads. So utapata zile zingine zenye si organic na si cotton, they have a like hazipati so much customers kama ziziko advertise that. The trend right now is mofe ama it's soft care, and it's like this. they're offering even, for example, wanapeana the extra panty liners, that's just to just have an advantage over the competition. So why is market research so important? It is important because you need to identify the customer needs, like their needs and their preferences. And you can only do this by collecting data on the behavior of shoppers, like, okay, welcome, how the customers are shopping, where they businesses that those products and services that can meet the target audience. Number two is analyzing the competition. The market will provide insights into the competition, not analyze the weaknesses and the strengths of of their competitors. Then they'll develop a strategy that's different that will differentiate them from the other people, hii tumeona na nini? Hii tumeona na I'm a girl, so I'll be talking more of girly things. I'm sorry about that. You'll find like products, like for women, you'll find that these products come as also, for example, this one is made from snails. It makes your face so smooth like a snail. Like it's just something that the competitor doesn't have, but they think that, like these girls can buy this. This one clears all the black spots on your face. Even men can use it, just throwing it in there that you can use, you and your husband, you and your girlfriend can use the same product, and it's cheaper, it's affordable, and it can serve you both, Another thing is that, it's okay, Stephanie, it's okay. Another thing is developing effective marketing messages. Market research helps businesses develop and understand how to communicate to their audience. They will do this by identifying the key concerns and motivation of potential customers, and they develop these messages for their target audience. This one tumeona kwa Chicken Inn. If you've looked at Chicken Inn adverts, ziko na some Kenyan lingo, like ziko na kakwota nini tupisa, wako na ako kanini, like they wanna create the language si tuna understand as locals. Mwenye as in from Uganda kikuja Kenya hataelewa the same advert because it's catering for the Kenyan market. You've seen others for Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola ukiangalia adverts zao, I will not be sharing the screen, but I'll be sharing the notes at the end of it. Sorry about that. Where was I? You'll find like Coca-Cola adverts pia zinakuanga somehow like country center. Zinakuanga country center. Utapata hii country has a different advert, this country has a different advert. Same to Chicken Inn, same to Java, like it's everywhere. Like they want to capture our culture and what we like and what we think is the cool thing, for us to buy their products. That's one example. Okay, how do we conduct this market research? First of all, we need to have the objectives. Kila kitu lazima ikuwe na objectives. What are we trying to achieve in this market? Of course, inakuanga to get more customers. How do we do that? How do we get there? These are the objectives, what you want to set. Then after having the objectives, what do we do next? We collect data, These people wanafanyanga through surveys. Wanaweza kuja kuuliza like between Blue Band and Prestige unapenda gani? Between Hanan and Neptune, which one do you like more, To just see what you like. And others wanakuanga na the online research and online surveys. And actually these surveys that pay people to just answer the questions. And sometimes they send you questions that are consumer based, like what exactly have you been using this week? What do you use? What do you buy as much as often? So that the people who are investigating, the people who are doing this research can get the insight of a consumer. Like they don't just make a product because they think this is right, this is what the consumer needs. They make a product based on what the consumer wants and what the consumer has been using and how they can make it much better, but not from the imagination of needs that the consumer needs. The third thing is analyzing the data. You have to look at patterns and insights from the data that you've collected. You want to like, what is more that the customer needs? What do you, from the data that I've collected, 75% or like let's say for this class today, yesterday people had voted like we go for 7 to 8, but today people changed to 8 to 9, and I had to change my timetable too, because you are the most important people here, and I have to listen to you. I have to do what you guys want. So that's an example of what I'm saying. And then there's drawing conclusion and making recommendations. This one you do that after you've done that analysis, may come up in a conclusions, then you say like you have to make recommendations to improve their sales and strategies. Like like, yes, I've seen wanataka 8 to 9, and how can I maximize on that time? How many hours? Because if from 7 to 8, I could have pushed a bit to 9, but from 8 to 9, I can't push it up to 10. So like, I have to think in capacity that what exactly do you guys want, and how can I maximize on your time and your money pair, Yeah. So in conclusion, sales and marketing is very important when you business to succeed. And you have to understand the differences between sales and marketing and follow the processes, do your research, because you need to attract customers and also retain the old ones and also generate revenue. Okay. Hello. Yes, Immaculate. Okay, she's not talking. Okay. The third thing is goal setting for sales and marketing. Goals for anything, actually. Goals actually help you stay focused, help you stay motivated. Inapanga a clear path to whatever you want to achieve. So it's very important for everyone to have goals for sales and marketing. And for this, utapata like for sales and marketing, actually, this one we find in terms of targets or goals. What have you achieved at the end of the day? How many products have you sold at the end of the day, And how will you measure your progress and adjust your goals as you go by? Like, if this is not working out for you, what do you need to do to make it much better? So what are the steps that we need to take to set effective goals for sales and marketing? For any goal, you have to set the objectives. You have to define your objectives. Like, for example, let's say like the objective is to increase sales revenue, generate more leads, improve more brand awareness. Like, you've seen, like, there are people who give you their products so that people can sample, not sell, just let these people sample our product. Our kapokopuzia. After you've sampled their product, then you can go buy if you want to. This one is about increasing the brand awareness. Then kuna wale wenye, they'll come up with like, for two, we are selling 1 for 2. Like, if you buy for the price of one, we'll give you 2 products. On you have the net sales at the same time. One you need increase awareness. Yeah. Then there are those people who just, they're telling you this is the product that we have. These are the benefits of this product, and I think that you'll try this product. This people, and they are not sampling their product. Okay, welcome. And they're not sampling their products. They're just there to sell their products. Like, wanataka kukuzia, you have to try it. Like, wanataka recruit as a new customer. Then you have to analyze your current situation. Like, you have to look at your sales data, marketing metrics, and market trends for you to identify the areas you have to improve and set realistic goals. Like, let's say, for example, you have a product, and that product you may develop for the high-end product, for the high-end people, like for the rich people, and for them they prefer umewatengenezea maziwa, but they prefer the soy milk ama these ones that are calling themselves bio something. And you get that it's not going as much as yours is good milk, it's good quality, but it's just milk, But haiendi kwao. What do? You look at the other side, like these are the guys were not the target actually. I think they might be the target. And you change your market strategy. You go instead ya kuziweka side ya hapa hii, unazileta side ya Kasarani, for example, where the market is ready for you, where the market favors your product, not where you have to incur losses in the name of keeping your product in the market. Then after that, you have to set specific goals at the end of the day. After you've defined your objectives, you analyze your current situation, then you set your specific goals. For example, you might set a target to increase your sales revenue by 10% over the next quarter, and you have to generate 100 new leads per month, or improve your website conversion rate by 5%. Let's say, for example, sales zako hazijakuwa zikido poa at all, like they haven't been performing well, and you think I need to do something, I need to do something, like I need to increase my revenue by this percent. Let's say that 10% by the next 4 months, by the next 3 months, and you've set a goal for me to achieve this 10%. Nafaa kuuza products ngapi kwa siku, naweza faa kuuza ngapi pia kwa mwezi, ndio nifikishe that 10% at the end of the 4 months, That is what I mean. Then you have to break down your goals. Like break them into smaller, manageable tasks where you can easily perform. Then you need to monitor your progress. This one, like you wanted to sell 10 products by 10%. So it's like every month I need to sell 10. Every month I sell 300 products. So per day I need to sell 10. Am I making sure that easy 10 products end up per day and I hit my target? Like you need to do that. If you only knows that each tomorrow I need to sell 12, they balance the equation. That's what I mean on monitoring your progress. Then of course, please celebrate your wins, celebrate your success. The market is always tough, and later you might have a good day and tomorrow a bad day. That is business at the end of the day. That's sales and marketing. It's not every day that you'll be doing well, and when you do well, please celebrate, like celebrate the small wins, celebrate the big wins, and always look forward to better days. Because if you feel down, if your spirits are down, you'll not even be motivating your customers, because utakuwa gloomy and you'll just be wallowing in your own sorrows instead of being there for the customer. So you need to be psyched up, celebrate yourself, and like you can do better next time. Now let's go to customer segregation. This one helps. Welcome. This one helps the business to identify and target their ideal customers. It allows them to tailor their campaigns to each segment. So in this training, you'll be able to learn how to segregate your customers and also create marketing messages that resonate with each segment. So let's say your audience is male. For male, hautawaletea pads. If this is a male dominated place, you'll bring them something to do football. You'll bring them something to do with condoms. You'll bring them something to do like anything man related. Then to the woman, you'll bring them anything women related. Utawapelekea mablouse na mahills, ukutaletea wanaume heels, because hata kama watabuy 1 or 2, but most of them will not buy. But if ukaletea vitu za wanaume ama shati zao, all of them will be like, yeah, I haven't bought myself this in a very long time, and they'll buy. If you take beer to that place, everyone will drink. Yeah, that's just what I mean separating the customer segregation. And also you need to learn how to track your campaigns and also measure your success. Yeah. What is customer segregation? Customer segregation is dividing a customer base into smaller, more targeted groups on specific characteristics such as mahali wanaishi, their behavior, and their preferences. This one allows business to tailor their marketing efforts and products to the specific needs and preference of each segment, resulting in more effective sales campaign, increased customer satisfaction, and higher sales at the end of the day. That's what we're here for. I think that's self-explanatory. Like, unatengeneza vitu na unatengeneza vitu za wanawake, unapelekea wanawake, unapeleka mali wanawake wanakuanga. Unatengeneza vitu za wanaume, unapeleka mali wanaume wanakuanga na unapelekea wanaume. That's what I mean. If there are things to do with kids, unapelekea mali wanawake wako, because mostly it's the female who will always shops for the kids most of the time, yeah. So here are the few steps that you can use to develop a strategy to focus on that, to focus on the behavior, understanding of the customers segments. So number one, you need to understand customer behavior. Number one, like it's a deep understanding of the customer's behavior, like you need to look at their purchasing history, like what wanaishi. Oh yes, oh yeah. Faith is recommending, like, if you have any questions, you can bring them, you can chat, or you can ask, so that at the end of the sessions you can answer them. So you need to ask yourself, what is the buying history of this person? Habits zake za kushop zikoaje? Preference yake na lifestyle yake ikoaje, Then you analyze that data. Analyze patterns zake, so that you can know, like, what is this customer base? Like, what do they need? Like, is this a customer segment vile wamekuwa kishop hivi, Like, let's say for example, in a neighborhood mali kuna nini? Mali, let's say for example, let me give you an example. Ungeona hizi General Motors, hizi places zenye wanauzanga magari, those places, most of them actually, you'll find them in high-end places. Utazipata Lang'ata, utazipata Ngong Road, utazipata Kilimani, because that is where people who buy cars, they're located, and you'll find they have varieties over there, because the population over there, they prefer those types of cars. Kuna place ukenda, you not get a Mazda, because people over there, they don't drive Mazdas to Mazda Demio. Then you'll come to this other side of this land, where you'll find there are so many Toyotas, kuna wish mingi, like there are all varieties of Toyotas, they're here, because that is what the customer prefers, Yeah, that is what I mean. Then you analyze the data, of course. Then you create the customer profile, the profiles for each segment, like their age, their gender, their income, their interests, and their behavior. For example, let's say for the youngins, or to the people who have estimates that wamepata pesa juzi, they are in their 20s. What's their income? These guys, they are computer science students. So walikuwa computer science students. So how much is their salary? Between 100,000 and 200,000 per month. Okay. So this person, first of all, they're young. So wanataka gari kona sauti. So please give them Subaru, give them Audi, to just show off, Those are the types of cars that young youths of ours will like. And that goes for male. So for female, they'll be like, you know what, CX-5 is not such a bad thing, That is a good car. utampata na kamazda. Yeah, that's a good car for a female. But also we can get, okay, let me not be gender me, but yeah, that is what they mean. Then you need to tailor your marketing efforts, matching the customer profile in the place that the customer lives in the there's someone whose mic is on, Agnes. Okay. To tailor your marketing efforts in campaigning. Let's take an example of homes. You'll find along Thika Road, kuna these homes zinauzwa 1.2 million to 2 million to 3 million. Then go to Kilimani. In Kilimani, you'll find 5 million to 20 million. Then you go to Loresho, you find 30 million to 100. Like it's just like that. Vile tu wamepanga tu, like this how much these people earn in this area. This the
classes
yes,
not like
yeah. So people from, for example, they'll want a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and bed sitters. So hizo ndio zimejengwa huku. Then you go to Kilimani, these people want bigger apartments. They have 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom. Then you go to Karen, these people want mansions. So andaka ground floor and upper floor. So that like everything over there is tailored to the customer needs. That's what you mean. Then you monitor and adjust. Let's say people have been saying like pipeline hizo nyumba zao zinakaanga, like you've seen the way pipeline imejengwa. And if you've looked at pipeline recently, wameanza kuadjust to another trend, like they want to take that image. Of course, those buildings are there, but hawezi zitoa, you know. So utapata kwa kwingine wamejenga houses that are like other places, like they have bigger spaces between the doors and between the hanging lines and between the floors. There are better houses now instead of these congested. Then you have to develop targeted marketing messages, of course. This one includes speaking directly to the interest and preference of each segment, offering product bundles to meet the specific needs of each segment, or developing loyalty programs that award customers in these purchasing power behaviors. So you'll get that. This one I don't have the perfect example, but if you've not understood it, please taniambia tu. Then now you have to implement your strategy. You know, umesha develop, now it's time to implement it. And this one include, you have to launch first your adverts. Advertising is everything. Like people need to see you, people need to know you, people need to hear you, you know. Then offer customized products, you know. Like for you, like what do Safaricom does? Safaricom itaangalia pesa kwa mpesa yako and your buying habits, and they'll give you okoa jahazi maximum 20 shillings. Na kuna mwingine apoa okoa jahazi ya 500 shillings because according to your mpesa, according to your purchasing power, need 20 bob. But do you know what they'll do with that 20 bob? They'll tell you, for this okoa jahazi, we'll give you 15 minutes up to midnight for 20 shillings of okoa jahazi. And for you, looking at it, it's more economical, you know, and it's tailored to you. Utapata mtu mwingine hawana the same offer as you. Utapata mtu mwingine amepewa different one. Another person has a different one. It's tailored according to what you're purchasing. Vile umekuwa ukispend pesa, vile pesa zimekuwa nazo. Ukiwa na pesa unabengi credit ya how much, usipokuwa na pesa unabengi credit ya how much, unakaa kulipa hii deni yao, something like that. Then you need to measure your results, you know, like lazima ujue like where you are. You need to track your sales, you need to satisfy your customer, you need to look at the metrics when like, has my methods been effective actually? And based on the results, you think you need to adjust, or you think that strategy yenye umekuwa ukitumia, is it effective for you, you know? So in conclusion, customer segregation is very effective for any business, as you've seen. Like, it helps increase sales and also marketing efforts. So if you understand your customer behavior, actually, where they live, and then identify their segments, their shopping habits, you know. Then you can create these targeted and tailored marketing messages to them, and then of course your customers will be satisfied better. Of course they show you better loyalty because watakuwa wanaonekana supermarket, they know, mimi natumianga tu Neptune. Neptune is really nice, it's cheap and the quality is still nice. Himwagangi vumbi, yes. Na karatasi yake bado ni ngumu. Like those are the things that a customer will say, and a customer has those reasons to keep purchasing your product, and this will lead to increased sales, and of course you've gained an advantage over your competitor. So by identifying a meaningful customer preference, like you've done everything. Satisfy the customer, umefanya loyalty yake kabaki, increase sales, na you're on top of the game. Like you've done everything. And I really hope that I've covered enough of that. And yeah, so that has been my presentation. And if there's any area you understand, please ask a question. And actually I've seen something. Adam is saying for each culture on its own lifestyle, of course. Like, this lifestyle is dictated by cultural values. Utapata, like you'll not get how will I give this example? Let's say you're a Pastor Wars, Stephanie, just a bit. You're Pastor Wars congregant. Hautaenda kushop kwa ama shop itakuwa karibu na kwako, itakuwa ya miniskirt, juu mtu atakuwa amefanya nini yake, research yake, akaona huyu mtu ni wa Pastor Wars, so ni nguo refu inafika huko chini. Hata kuletea ni ati G-string, no, hata kuletea kamisi ama baika, because the culture from your religion, from your background, maybe from even your family, mmekuwa mkienda hiyo kanisa, that is your thing, that is your culture, that is how you've been brought up, that is the thing that guides your whole life, that is what DOM means. So this product will definitely come up with strategies that will help that group of people have a sense of belonging in getting that product. Lemian, now you can speak to us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lemayan. I'm from Kilgoris. My question is, juzi tu nilikuwa naona watu wanatembea wanauza vitu, alafu unapata tu mtu ameambia mwingine usia watu kwa bei ya juu, jamani ni tajiri. Alafu unaona mtu anaendaka akichange price ya kitu kulingana na tuseme na level ama class ya mtu. Unaweza advise aje situation kama hiyo?
Actually, you'll find like most products, actually that's what they do. And it's a market, it's at the end of the day, it's a marketing strategy. What is your goal at the end of it all? It's to gain sales, it's to get a customer. But there are people, it is an advantage and both disadvantage, because so for example, I wanted to buy a product and I've seen that ule mtu umemuzia 10 bob and you're coming to me 30 shillings. After come I have that 30 shillings, I'll be like, but why you say, why are you selling me at this price and you sold that person at that price? It is both an advantage for you, because at that time you might gain your sales, but at the same time you might lose a loyal customer. That is the advantage and the disadvantage. Faith, you can go on.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to answer Lemayan on marketing perspective. Well, as a marketer or as a salesperson, you need to understand that you have to have your target market. Not everybody is your target market. The market has, in your community, there are so many different people. Not everybody is your target market, depending with what you're selling. So I'm selling a bottle of water. The bottle of water is just 50 shillings. But because I am in Kilimani, I will sell it at 100. So you, if you're walking from Kibera and you're going to Kilimani, and in Kibera you're used to buying the water at 50 shillings, now you are in Kilimani, you'll buy it at 100 bob because you're there. And the person who is selling it is targeting the people in Kilimani. So ata ukae hapo ukibagain, that person would rather lose you than sell that money to you at 50 shillings. Remember, this person will still make profit selling it to you at 50. But afadhali when, because you're bargaining, you want to buy it at 50, afadhali uende, because he knows I will still sell it at 100 bob. So when you're a salesperson or a marketer, you need to know who you're targeting. You need to know your product. You need to research and find out what is my market. Who are my market people? Who are my prospects? Who am I going to market to? You just don't go marketing to everybody. For example, I'll give an instance where I am working as a loan officer. In practical sense, I am working as a microfinance and we sell loans. So we are selling loans to business people. These business people should have a permanent structure, should be in business for at least 6 months, should own their businesses alone, not partnership or anything. So remember, in a market, there are so many people in business, but I have some things that are guiding me to know who I am going to market to. So number one, mtu mwenye ako na smoky hapo na trolley. That is a business person, yeah? So if I am not a sane marketer, I'll still market to this person because he is a business person, yeah? But remember, I'm looking for somebody who owns a permanent business structure. I don't know if I am making some sense. The point is, you need to know who your prospect is. You just don't market to everybody. You filter your prospects in the market. You get your leads. You categorize your leads into warm, into hot, into cold. You get to know who is the person you're going to sell that product to now. That is a hot lead. You get to know who is the person you're going to sell that product to later. That is a warm lead. You also get to know this person is not interested in your product now or maybe even later, but was willing to listen to you. That's a cold lead. Yeah. So you need to understand, Lemayane, that some things are very important. What Esther has said, it's very important. Research first before you start getting into the marketing bit. Research your market, research your prospects, and understand what they need, not what you're offering. Understand what they need, because a salesperson offers a solution to a problem. So you need to understand the problem first, and then you offer a solution.
Thank you, Faith, for that. And I wish, Dom, you could speak to us, because you've just been writing the right things in the inbox. And this one, actually, you've seen it in your local place. In your duka yenye hapo karibu na kwenu, inaweza soda 35 bob. But just go to a hotel. Soda ni 50 bob ama ni 100 bob. Because huko hivyo kuna watu wenye wako huko kwa hiyo hoteli, watu wenye wameenda huko hivyo na watu wenye wako na pesa mingi za kuspend at the end of the day, and that's the target market of that place. The targeting people who are there to spend that money, and people who are there to have fun, you know, and that is why they'll sell that price according to that place. Nowadays people call it ambience. You're selling the ambience. You're selling the environment that product is located at. Is it a high-end place? Is it where people have money? Is it a place where people are, I don't know how to say it, but I hope Akim may get the point. I think Faith has explained it very well. Yeah. Do you have any other questions? Dom, you can speak to us, Dom. Dom, please speak to us. I think you're doing much better than I am.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Let me just mute one. So I've seen asks Onesimus, how do people's taste and preference affect sales and marketing? So I think this one, actually this is what determines if you really should be focusing or rather selling that item. And actually it also determines the pricing. Because for instance, you can't go to a school setup na unaanza kuuza tuseme nini kitu kama gari, and yet you know what those people want are maybe books, like the stationery stuff, something like that. Then on the issue of I think this one, the other one, Faith has really elaborated well. I won't add much. Yeah, I think that's what I have.
Okay, yeah, that is, I hope, Lemian, I hope really like tumekusaidia ku understand that in a much better way, and I wish like ningekuwa najua like the local language ndio. If you don't understand, just go deep into the language where we understand really local kabisa, but it's a disadvantage that we are not able to do that. But I hope like I really hope that you're getting something. I really do hope that you're getting something from this. Those were today's topics actually, and I really hope that I've covered everything. Yeah, thank you. Lemeyan is okay, and Onesimus is okay too. Thank you for that. Thank you for the feedback. I'm really happy that for everyone who had a question, we've answered them, even if not satisfactory. At least it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay, we understand. You actually haven't lost us. Maybe like sometimes explanations are really hard. What's the difference between market price and selling price? Faith, can you help me over here? Faith?
Yes, sorry, come again.
What is the difference between market price and selling price?
Market price and selling price.
Yeah.
Okay. So a market price, this is the price set as the minimum amount to be sold to the people. I'll give an example. I'll talk about loans because that is mostly what I do. When you talk to so many microfinances, you will find out that their interest rates are at 27%, 30%, 28%, 25%. They're usually around that price. When you go to a bank and a bank is offering a loan, you'll find that their loan, they are new at 10% per annum, 11% per annum, 12% per annum. That means that the market price for you get me. The amount, the percentage in a bank is 10 to 12%. The percentage in a microfinance is 20 to 30%. That is the market price. But then when you come specifically to me who is probably in what to credits, for example, I'm not into credit, but it's an example. For me specifically, who is in what to credit, I will sell you my loan at 27%. That is my selling price. But according to the market, the range is between 20 to 30. Does that make sense to you? I don't know if you guys are getting it.
Tumepatana. Actually, it's like how much the customer is willing to pay, you know? And utapata like yes? Okay. There's someone has given us an example. I'm actually saying it's the minimum selling price. Here is it, Peter. Selling price is the set price. Like market price ni hii ndio price yenye imekuwa set, you know? But for me to get a good profit, I can add like 20 bob juu. That is the selling price, of that product in my supermarket. But let's say sometimes like this thing retails for 20 bob at the company. Then unapata kwa supermarket hii kitu 25 and 30 bob. But hii kitu selling price yake ni hii. But hiyo msee mwingine anafaa kupata nini hapa hivi juu. That is like, what is the customer willing to pay at the end of the day? It's more about what the customer is willing to pay for that price. Like for this price, for this shop, imagine 1 liter nikiuza 100 bob. Customers are willing kununua. Ile place ingine iko huko hivyo. Imagine 30 bob. Are those customers willing to pay for that 30 bob? At the end of the day, it's what the customer is willing to pay. How much the customer is willing to pay. But if I manage that you got a loss, no. You have always to have an advantage. You always have to make a profit at the end of the day. So it has most of the time market price inakuanga higher. Actually, it's always higher. Let me just say that. Yeah. Do you have any other question? Okay, if we don't have any other questions, I want to thank everyone for showing up. 18 people. That's a very good number. Thank you guys for showing up today. I'm so privileged to teach this class. It's the first class of the year, so I'm really happy. And allow me to take the roll call kidogo too. I'm just taking pictures of the attendance. Yeah, and thank you, Dom and Faith, for helping me out. Thank you for coming through. Sometimes unasomanga actually unajiconfuse. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you've taken something from today's lessons, and yeah, today has been a great day. So for me, if you don't have any other questions, I think we can close today's meeting, and we shall meet tomorrow at the same time, same place. Data entry will be taking place after this. This one is just going for 3 days. Then after that, we shall start the data entry class. Okay, so sorry, just okay. If you don't have any other questions, I want to thank everyone, and let's have a good night.